Well, each year the Tennessee Council for Social Studies recognizes a handful of exceptional teachers throughout the state. Tarah Kemp uses her culinary skills to bring her lessons to life at Dupont Elementary. See how she feeds her students' minds and bodies in tonight's What's Right with Our School.
Because I got to make sure you're pumped.
Tarah Kemp is going to be a passionate, fun, creative teacher who just absolutely wants to bring a love for learning. I had a desire I teased them recently, I wanted to be a dolphin trainer, and then that was a little bit not as actually a realistic dream of mine, but then I wanted to be a midwife. I wanted to bring in babies into the world. So it turns out, as a result, my passion lied with not just bringing babies, but bringing joy and love, and that turned into the form of children. So it worked out beautifully. The recent award was the Tennessee Teacher of the Year for Social Studies, and I hope that I inspire other teachers to be able to acquire this award as well. More importantly, it's because of my cooking program. I think that's really what inspired the selection committee to look at what I've been doing. It's where I'm able to embed my social studies and writing standards into the culinary arts.
Whether she's in the classroom or in our culinary lab, she ties everything she does to teaching social studies and science in the most creative of ways. She views engaging kids as her #1 priority, and she does an incredible job doing that.
So recognizing the need for cooking in their everyday life, preparing them for real world skills, but then tying it into the things that I'm expected to do as an educator. So if I'm teaching Civil War, I want them to learn what it was like to eat and live like a Civil War soldier.
What have we already learned that made their tea a little bit different, hon?
If they're experiencing the Great Depression in the 5th grade, I want them to recognize, why was this a big deal and how can we connect it to the COVID crisis and the rationing and being on a budget. So it's making a realistic connection from historical context to real world context.
She is a dedicated, committed teacher who never thinks something is out of her reach or out of her students' reach. She is creative and energetic, and she has just done an incredible job of opening up the world for our kids.
I see these kids doing the absolute unimaginable that I think that they weren't able to do in the first place. And I want them to be able to know that there is no boundaries, there's no limits to what they want to do, and I'll be here to support them every step of the way.
Now, if you have an idea for a story, go to our website. That's WDEF.com. We are going all summer long. Look for the icon that says What's Right with Our Schools. You'll find a link to post that story idea.